it's early. Farm manager quit. So now the time I have to do all the chores is between 5 and 7:30 in the morning before the kids need to get up for school. So the whole reason we had a farm manager position is so during the mornings I can be with my daughter, Spring. So 4 out of 5 of our kids are born with a type of hearing loss that affects their ability to develop their speech and language. And however, with a really intensive first 3 years of their life, really first 6-7 years of their life of therapy, audiology, ENT visits, all this stuff, they can develop pretty normal speech and language. So with each of my 3 boys before who have hearing loss, we spent those first 3 years going to specialized play groups for children with hearing loss. I think that includes sign language instruction and education and speech and language development, and going to speech therapy sessions and going to the audiologist more often than you'd think, because the ear molds which hold the hearing aid in place, they get small too fast when you're small and you're growing so fast. So getting those replaced, making sure the ears don't have a buildup of fluid or wax, because that can really impact their ability to hear as well. And we have a wonderful person called a teacher of the deaf as well. So the schedule for this early intervention thing up until the babies are about 3 is like 8:30-ish in the morning until around 11:30 or 12 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. So it completely excludes my ability. Oh God, it's a rabbit. Oh God. Completely excludes my ability to work during that time. Bunny is fine. This bird's eye map details the path I take and the order that I do the chores in. So I try not to double back on my steps ever, and always do a one-way loop, remembering everything I need as I go. That way I can be the most efficient. Pulled up and Shoop was in the road, probably looking at some roadkill. Naughty cat. And I did see Fluffy as soon as I pulled up, which is great. He is sitting there in the middle of the field. So I called him. He's coming.
Hello. Hey, good boy. Come on, Slowpoke. We gotta take you to the barn. Joey, come on. We'll go to the barn.
Okay. This is the phi collar. Sometimes it gets low. You have to check it in the app. And this is the halo collar, which we have to charge every day. So bring this with me. Hello. While I'm in here, they have food, but I'm going to give them more water.
Hey, Fluffy.
I'm going to check your auto feeder. Make sure you have food in here. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh my God, that's very full. That's very full, buddy. Now you, I'm sure, want your wet food. Buddy. Put it here. Up the ladder I go. There we go. Oh, it's so dark up here. There we go. Some jerk chicken doesn't go to coop to lay its egg. It comes all the way here from across the field. Gotta collect those eggs. I think Shoop wants his wet food. Yummy. So collect yesterday's food. Collect those eggs. Crazy animals. Water looks fine. Food looks great. Is that another egg over there? Jesus. Oh no, it's a ball. Oh, nice. You have a dismembered bunny up here. That's fun. Need to come back with gloves for that. Just need to remember to grab my goat feed if I need it and my pig food. All set then. It's blinking. It's charging. Now, excuse me, I have to go turn on sprinkler systems. Voila! Water! And then here we have tanks that have been turned off. So we're going to turn the water on. Just go like that. And it makes a wild amount of noise. Ta-da! Okay, turned my electric fence off. I have goat food, sheep food, pig food. There you go. Headed up into the woods. And okay, so I have the water filling in the new paddock. And moving these guys isn't crazy at all. They like it, especially because they're hungry and they're gonna eat after. Right? You never trust a ram though. So keep your eye on him. Okay, so they're moved. I had to update the virtual collar on the ram and the buck. Hopefully the buck's coming up to find his food. But the next thing we have to do here is called a perimeter check. It's very important. You can't skip it. Because if you do skip it for over a week, then you might quit because you're so upset that the power was off for a whole week and you didn't know, and the boar got in with the sows, and now you're having piglets in November instead of March. So yeah. Hi, Froggy. So this is something that you'd want to remove. It's going to cause your fence to arc out, so it's going to feed energy through this stick to the ground and remove energy from your fence. So you gotta take away any sticks that are touching your electric fence. Alright. At 10.1, that's very good. 8.7. There we go. 9.5. Beautiful. We right. Okay, so it's 6:35. So I have about an hour left and I need to haul some butt because I need to move the cows, goats, sheep, feed the meat birds, move the meat birds, water the meat birds, move the laying hens, collect the eggs. And I remember from yesterday, I need to fill the mineral feeder because cows, goats, sheep knocked it over, and yeah, so all that nice mineral got wasted. Don't think I'm going to be keeping it up on the cart anymore, even though it's very convenient to move it that way. So off I go. All right, our minerals are in here. We need, first of all, one of these lids needs to go down to the pig area. So I'm going to need to bring all 3 of these out to the mineral feeder. Okay, time to move. So, got my parking brake on. My gear's in neutral. First, I take my key. Oh, look, the display came on. I'm gonna go. Belt. Put this in neutral. Where I'm gonna go gear. So to get the chain to release, you want to back up an inch or 2. Give yourself some slack on the chain. Now, brake, parking stick, neutral, off. Okay, I poured in their food. I'm pouring it along the edges here. I'm finding ways to stick their heads over and get it all the way around so they can all eat. And it's 7 o'clock, so I have half an hour to move them, which looks like a disaster, and the chickens. Okay, now finally, the process for moving them. So you start with the paddock that they're currently in, and just like I showed you in the other video, you pick up your first post and you pick it up, you hold it on your hip, you walk to your next one, you let the pleats fall down, then you pick up your second post, you hold it on your hip. You do that all the way until you get to your corner here, and then you can drop those on the ground together in a bundle. And then you want to do the same thing for the first fence that you're going into. So you peel it all the way back, drop it over there. You back your tractor up to the chicken tractor, and this door will be closed. It will open at 8 a.m. so this has to be done by 8 a.m. Probably 7 a.m. would be ideal. Everything should already be inside there, including the chickens, food, water. You take your hitch pin, it goes through here, through the black circular trailer hitch point of the tractor, out the bottom of this, and then you put the nut on, or whatever it is that's securing your hitch pin. It's now connected. So now you just drive this forward into the middle of your new paddock. Then you disconnect your tractor. You drive your tractor out. I guess you had to peel back the fence a little bit there or there so you could get in and out of your old and new paddocks. And that's it, folks. Hey, so I'm going to show you my new method for pulling this.
I twist it itself. My
So to move the cows and sheep, first you click on the No Fence app, and then you click the pastures button in the bottom left. Then you click the plus sign. You see yourself as a little blue dot on the screen. You see them as all of those little white collars. So I'm making fence posts with those little white dots along where I want the new paddock to be. So to make things easy on myself, I'm enclosing them currently in the old paddock, and I'm making the new paddock below. I want my new paddock to only be around 1/3 of an acre, 0.33 acres. So that's something you'll get a feel for. So I'm naming the new paddock the date and what kind of animal we're putting in it. Sheep and goats, shoats. So once I save it, it comes down below in my list of available pastures. So right now I'm just moving the sheep so that I can work them in the Q catch in my handling facility for sheep. It's this big metal thing in the corner of the field. So I'm selecting the names of all of my sheep that I'm going to move into the new paddock. As you can see, they're all named after the Sound of Music. So, Rosemary, the next. Now I go down Friday, July 18th, shoats, and then confirm set pasture. And you'll see below it says starting pasture update. Now I can move the sheep. Hello, I'm just moving the cows and sheep and goats. They have different boundaries set for the no fence collars, so I can get the sheep into the Q catch without putting the goats and the cows in yet, because I want to get the sheep's collars on first. So, one big clue to them that we're moving. So when I move their shelter here. So I'm going to start moving that. That usually triggers them into knowing we're going to move. So fortunately we built it really light, so you can just push it. See? These little goobers. I don't even want to get out of there. Come on, guys. We're going. We're going. All right, now that it's in its spot where I'm going to put it, I have to make an exclusion zone for the cows for this. But actually, since the goats are still in there, I'm going to wait till I'm done with the goats. I mean, the goats are still in the no fence thing. Okay, so now that the shelter is placed into its new location, I have to make sure the cows are in the right spot. So I've made a new pasture for them that says Friday, July 18th cows. And I've put the boundary of where I want them to be in the right spot using those little white dots. Sorry for my kid in the background over there. So
just for 1 minute.
You'll see I'm dragging it so that it's close to the road. They have a little bit of trees, but I'm going to try to get it close to about 0.33 acres. And if just a couple of them are outside of it when I make it, that's okay because they want to be with their herd. So they'll return to be with their herd. So I clicked save. Now I'm going to make an exclusion zone. So I have to click edit pasture boundary again. So the little cog in the top right corner, click that. I have to go stand near the green shelter so that when I make the exclusion zone around the green shelter, I'm actually physically where I need to be. So you'll see your little blue dot. So edit pasture boundary. Now go stand next to the shelter. Now bottom left corner, you see the pentagon with the lines in it. Click that and do new exclusion zone. Now you got to zoom in on your blue dot. And then you're going to click with your finger where to put the exclusion zone. So stand by one corner of the green shelter and you'll see your blue dot. Now click and you'll see a white dot appear. Now walk to the next corner of the green shelter, put your white dot down, go to the third corner of the white shelter, put your white dot down, go to the fourth corner of your white shelter, put your white dot down. And then any adjustments you need to make, you can make them. You can walk around it again if you want. And then click save in the top right corner. And update collars.
Are you all done?
And then ta-da. Now we're going to move all of the cows into there. And actually, no. Maybe. So you'll see I'm trying to select all of the goats and all of the sheep right now because they're in the wrong paddock. They're in, I guess not all of them, but most of them are in, or I saw some that were in the cows' paddock. So I'm making sure to move all of the goats and the sheep into Friday, July 18th shoats. Because as you can see, some of them are in Friday, July 18th cows. And the one for the cows is the one that has the exclusion zone to keep them out of the shelters. And that's not what I want. I want to keep the goats and sheep. I want to allow them to use their shelter. So now I'm just looking and making sure I have all the right animals in the July 18th shoats. Okay, last but not least, I have to move the water. So pretty easy. Just dump it out. And then I have to move it down to where the animals are now. Okay, so we got the herd moved with their shelter, their water attached to the float valve. Got flock moved, a couple escapees. I think unfortunately that one's small enough to go right under the fence. So I do it a few times. Yeah, the waters are full. They got their mineral feeder filled up. Got my eggs. So now all I have to do is go get Fluffy's collar and put it on him. Okay, wrapping up my day. Letting these big boy out of the garage.
You don't live here. Stop laying eggs up there. Stop it.
And then I go home.